You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. Go there if you need some help from a guy older than you, and not necessarily older than you, somebody who has made more fuck-ups than you and can therefore ensure you don't fuck up like him and have a much better life than he did. Which is me, Aaron Cleary, the world's only professional asshole. Hey, asshole! I can't stand all these fucking useless courses I have to take for gen eds. I'm a freshman at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. I'm paying $7,000 a semester to listen to my English professor talk about the benefits of diversity. No, everyone's got to go to college. No, there's no indoctrination. I wrote a post recently. Go watch it. Read it, rather. It's called The Modern-Day Ulterior Purpose of Academia. All it is a propaganda ministry. It's all the ministry of truth and propaganda. That's all it is. And you kids nowadays who think you're so smart and independent minded, not you, my client. I mean, I love it because it was the same thing with Gen X. I'm just so smart. We're just so independent minded, and they would just suck the cock of academia and believe whatever these fucking 50 and 60-year-old lying sacks of shit would tell them. I'm like, you're not independent minded. You swallow whole this bullshit that they tell you. How are you independent minded? Because they tell me I am. I'm like, oh. There's no trickery there, fucking Mr. Average IIQ. Anyway, I'm a computer science major. I'm only taking one related course about programming. The other 6 are useless, and I had no choice in the matter. Also, because originally I was a lazy fuck, my grades are pretty bad. Do you think it would be possible to find an IT-related job without a degree? And what should I do? Stay in college through the liberal bullshit that I can't stand, or try and find a job if possible? Another option would be to go to a community college, get an associate's degree in an IT-related field. Thank you for your time. How much for a video? Okay, here's the deal. The thing about IT is that this is one of the few fields that remains, although slightly changing now, especially on the higher end, where you don't need a degree, where you need your certifications more than anything else. And more than that, you need the actual skills. This means you can self-study and self-train yourself. Test these certifications, have them, or have a portfolio of work, and then start applying for these jobs. But as you'll find out, sadly, increasingly, they're going to say, we prefer a bachelor's degree in computer science. Well, fuck them, all right? I'd still say at this time in the game, it's still early enough that you can get it. Now, this requires that you have rigorous self-discipline, which if you're a lazy fuck and you got bad grades, then maybe it isn't for you, okay? And that's not necessarily bad, this just is what it is. And a lot of people kind of need that structure that comes with going to a classroom setting where it's like, no, you show the fuck up every time. You're going to pay your fucking money so you're vested. And here's a structured educational list. Now, what I would do is definitely get the fuck out of your 4-year institution. That's bullshit. Yeah, you're just making baby boomer and Gen X professors rich off of your back, having them teach you to hate yourself if you're white. If you're a minority, they're teaching you to hate non-people like you. And if you have a penis, they're teaching you how to hate your penis. Hey, I hate you, Mr. Penis. So get the fuck out of there. That's a psycho-childish environment. I would definitely, if you need that structure, absolutely go to a 2-year institution. Get your certification. That certification is not necessarily going to land you a job. Even when I was in computer networking school, they're like, yeah, you're going to start like call desk at what's it called? You have the ability to program routers, and even now it's just plug and play. But you're just going to be call desk or help desk over at, what's it called? The nerd place. Best Buy owns them. Geek Squad. And you'll be making like $16 an hour. But that's how you got started. Now, what's really going to help, though, is you getting your certifications, which means you're going to have to study for it outside of this anyway. So you could go get your 2-year degree, which will help. But then on the side, you really got to be learning how to program. Whatever the most in-demand ones are. I think it will, what is it? C# is the latest one. I don't know. It changes every week. Python, that's a new one. And don't you fucking, it's not new. It's been on the market for 6 months. That's why you fucking nerds don't get laid. Okay? Right there. That right there. That technicality. We had this guy. He wore his, he worked at, he was one of those IT geniuses, you know. Certainly skilled and talented. And one of these guys, he had his Geek Squad hat, and he'd bring his fucking computer tools to school. And he was always correcting the teacher. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up and let us know. I mean, don't be that dick, okay? Well, you see, actually, just shut the fuck up. Don't be. And here's the other thing. He was a nice guy. That's the only thing he ever had in life. Anyway, the larger point being is, okay, you're going to go to school for 2 years. It's going to be cheaper, much more practical. You sidestep this certification bullshit. Or this progressive credentialism bullshit. Then you go get your certifications. So I would be looking at programming, cybersecurity maybe. You're going to have to go and train yourself in programming. Now, then you could start to look at things like programming boot camp. Again, do you need to go to programming boot camp? Technically, no. But if you need that structure and discipline, that's something to consider. You can also go online. You don't have to be there physically. And what I would also do, the third thing, I would consult Matt Tran's channel over at Engineered Truth, YouTube channel. So search Engineered Truth. It's Matt Tran. I think he's still in boot camp. He got paid to go to boot camp so he could evaluate it. And I don't know if he's come out of it yet or not, because we're going to interview him about his book. But that'd be another thing. Get his book. What the heck was it? Job Hacks. Get that. Because here's another realm that's opening up. It's something you might want to evaluate. Matt Tran, Engineered Truth. InDemandCareers.com, Seth Himes. There's this whole world of jobs that are starting to open up IT-wise, that they're very specific and new skills that the universities and colleges, even tech schools, have not caught up with yet. The private sector is moving on. The real world is moving on, and colleges and universities are slow, retarded fucks that are slowly catching up. And so there are all these other certifications or skills that you could teach yourself that are in demand right now, and that's what these two guys kind of focus on. Seth Himes, InDemandCareers.com, he focuses on digital marketing. Now, it's not necessarily IT. There is some IT elements, some for you to look at. Matt Tran recommending boot camps and all these other things, but there are these different skills that you can look at them, read Matt's book, or go online and search and find out what these skill sets are. And then either through self-study on the internet, or if it even exists, taking these classes online, which are cheap. I think Seth's is like $79 a month. You can master it in 3. You get this skill set that's in demand, that is in demand now. You don't need no fucking certification. Well, you need a certificate. You don't need no fucking degree. Colleges don't even offer this shit. And employers are looking for it. And all of a sudden, now you can avoid and sidestep this whole progressive credentialism. You don't have to listen to your faggoty professor there over talking about diversity over at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. You get a job, you're making more than your dipshit professor, you're not even 22 by this time, and you're way ahead of your friends. So that is the third option I'd look at. It's kind of poke your finger around, see what's going on, see if there's anything that kind of interests you, and go into that realm. Otherwise, I would say programming boot camp. I'd be learning programming languages, because that's still like, yeah. If you're going to have to computer science, if you're taking one programming class, why the fuck not take 6? Why the fuck not learn all the different suite of programming languages that are in demand, and then start put together a portfolio, and then start applying. And you know what? Even now, what I'd say is see if you can intern someplace. See if you can go work for someplace entry level. Doesn't matter if you're paid or not at this. Well, make sure you're paid. Let me take that back. Find some entry level place at an IT place that you'd like to work, where they hire programmers or something, and get in there now. Make a little bit of money. Get some real world work, because you're going to have to do some shit work for 6 months at least, until you get like the actual pro. And then they're like, hey, and then you know what? Maybe you never have to set foot in academia ever again. But yeah, I would definitely get the fuck out of your 4-year institution. Fuck that bullshit. Learn it online. Self-educate. Get your certifications. And then, 2-year, go back to your community college, absolutely. And then you should not have to ever tolerate some diversity bullshit ever again. So anyway, hope that helps out. Best of luck to you. Toodles.